Welcome to another edition of Immigration Nation Live, coming to you guys today with the hopefully information about the exciting new announcement from the Biden administration on parole in place. I'm immigration lawyer Nicole Whitaker. We're live today on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, here to answer your questions about the new Parole in Place program and any other questions you might have about immigration. So keep your questions coming in the comments, and I'll answer as many as I can. I see a couple already coming in. Before I start answering any of those questions, I'm going to start with information about this new Parole in Place program. So what is Parole in Place? Who's going to be eligible? What does the process look like? What should you do now if you think that you're eligible to apply? Maybe if not you are interested in information about the Parole in Place program for your parents or your spouse or someone else in your life that is an undocumented immigrant that could benefit from this program. So, what is Parole in Place? So it's important to know that the Biden administration, the United States Citizenship and Immigration Service, they have not published the official instructions and forms that someone can use to apply for Parole in Place. Right now, all we have is this news that this program is going to exist. They're working on it. We're hoping that by the end of the summer, we will have an official way to apply. But for now, what I can give you guys is my understanding of what this program is going to look like based on the current immigration laws. So to me, it seems like this program is going to be very similar to military parole in place, a program that's already been in existence for family members, immediate family members of our military servicemen and women. So currently, if you are in the military, any branch of the military, or you're a veteran of the military who's been honorably discharged, and including if you're a member of the reserves, you can help your undocumented parents, spouse, or minor child get parole. So this is for people that did not enter the U.S. with lawful status. If you're an immigrant and you entered the U.S. with any kind of visa, even if you overstayed your visa and it's expired, you are eligible to adjust status inside the U.S. and get a green card without leaving the country. That's not an option for people that entered illegally, entered without inspection, entered without a visa. So a military parole in place allows our military men and women and veterans to get this document called a parole for their spouses, minor children, and parents, so that they can use that parole in place or in lieu of or instead of a lawful entry. With that parole, they're eligible for a work permit, and for people that are not permanently barred for different reasons based on their immigration history, they're also eligible to apply for a green card or permanent residence inside the US without having to leave the country. So I believe that Biden's Parole in Place program is going to be just like that. It will allow someone who is eligible to apply for a parole, and with that parole, they'll be able to file an I-485 application to register permanent residence to get a green card. So that is what the Parole in Place program will be. The benefits of the Parole in Place program are a work permit and protection against deportation and a green card, or otherwise known as permanent residence, for those who are eligible. What should you be doing now if you think you're eligible for this program, or if you have a family member or loved one who you believe could be eligible? Well, right now, because it's impossible to file an application, you should not be hiring anyone, paying any kind of money to start an application, because you can't apply. We need more information. We need to confirm that this program is going to go into effect before we start charging clients, taking on clients to prepare applications and file them. What you can be doing is staying on top of the news, learning about the program, staying informed. At Whitaker Legal, we are super excited about this program, and we want to help our clients and those eligible to apply as soon as possible. So we've created a list in our office of all of our clients who could be eligible for this program, and we're adding clients to that list every day. If you think that your loved one is eligible for the program and you would like to be added to our list, you can send us a private message with your name, your phone number, and your email, and we'll keep you informed about the status of this program. We'll give you news about the program, and we'll be in touch to confirm your eligibility. And as soon as we're able to provide a proposal, once we have more information from immigration, to those eligible, we'll be able to provide a proposal on if you'd like to hire us, what the process looks like, what are the steps, what are the costs, and what's our estimation of how long this type of case will take. So again, if you'd like to be added to that list, it's totally free. Send us a private message with your name, your phone number, and your email. We're getting questions about what are the requirements for the Parole-in-Place program. It's a pretty important question to ask. So what are the requirements? So the program was announced June 18th, 2024, and a lot of the eligibility requirements are based on June 17th, the day before the announcement was made. So the first requirement for someone to be eligible for Biden's Parole-in-Place program is that you have been in the United States for more than 10 years, that you've continuously resided in the US since June 17, 2014. And you have to prove that you've been in the US this whole time since June 17, 2014, all the way until the present. You have to prove that you entered the US without admission or parole, without a visa, and that you currently do not hold any lawful immigration status. You'll also prove that you don't have any serious criminal history that could disqualify you from the program, and that you merit a favorable exercise of discretion. So those are the requirements of the Parole-in-Place program. Let's see, we have a couple questions. So I believe my husband is eligible and we married. I can't read the date. So if you are married to an undocumented immigrant and they meet these requirements, that they've been in the US more than 10 years, and you were married as of June 17, 2024, they could be eligible for the program. So that's an important requirement that I think I missed. So we have to prove that you have resided in the US since June 17, 2014, that you are legally married to a US citizen as of June 17, 2024, this year, that you entered the US without inspection or parole, without a visa, that you have not been convicted of any serious disqualifying criminal activity, and that you merit a favorable exercise of discretion. Those are the requirements. If you know someone who's undocumented in the US, but they don't meet all of these requirements, maybe they haven't been in the US for more than 10 years, or maybe they're not married to a US citizen. There are other programs that we screen people for at Whitaker Legal. We screen people for different programs like military parole in place. If someone has an immediate family member who's a member of the military or a veteran of the military. We screen people to see if they're eligible for the Life Act. It's an exception to the rule that someone have a valid admission or parole to be eligible to adjust status. We screen people for the U visa for people who have been victims of serious crimes in the US that were reported to the police. We screen people for the T visa for people who are forced to work inside the US. Sometimes that looks like people who are threatened or physically intimidated or controlled by an employer here in the US, usually because of not having immigration status. Other people that might qualify for the T visa are people that were forced to work for the coyotes who smuggled them into the US, carrying backpacks, carrying water, serving as a lookout for the group, cooking and cleaning in stash houses. Those are examples of things that might make someone eligible for a T visa and help them get legal status in the US without leaving the country. We screen people for other programs, and certainly if there are other immigration programs that you might be eligible for depending on your immigration history, where your loved one lives in the world, how many times they've been in the US. So if you have a question about that, feel free to give us a call to schedule a consultation. We do consultations Monday through Friday and some Saturdays. So you can schedule your consultation directly with me or with other members of my team if you have specific questions. Again, if you would like to be added to our list to stay informed about the new Parole-in-Place program from President Biden, send us a private message with your name, your phone number, and your email address, and we'll keep you in the loop. We'll be in touch to see if you qualify, see if there's any way that we can help you. Again, that list is free. We want to help people be in the loop about this immigration program and be able to apply as soon as possible. Thank you all for your time. Share this with anyone who you think could benefit from the information, and I'll see you the next time on Immigration